Sue was born on February 2nd, 1956 in Houston, Texas, to George Ernest Gernon and Billie Jean Larkin. Sue had a rough childhood but loved the time she could spend with her grandma, Olita. She learned to fish, to garden, and cook for her. Sue had Teresa, and it was hard for a young single mother, but Sue did not give up. She enjoyed the beach whenever she could. Sue worked at Walt Disney World, a number of jobs, including being Tinkerbell for a short time. She married Mike Mason, and after a while, Rebecca Mason came on the scene. Sue loved being around children. She became a Girl Scout leader. Her troop was one of the largest and most popular in the state. One of her fondest scouting memories was a trip to the Juliet Gordon Low House in Georgia. Sue was also instrumental in creating the Daisy Scout program for kindergarten-age girls. She was the first Daisy troop leader. She got interested in racing and actually raced Thunder cars. She also wanted to be in a demolition derby, but the car didn't start. Mike Mason was born in the time Sue was in Girl Scouts, causing concern by parade organizers when she insisted in being with her girls in the parade. Sue was an artist in many mediums. She would do sand sculptures on the beach. She did some canvases and even sold some at a fantasy convention. She did murals as well. One of her cherished accomplishments was a large mural at a local church. When her marriage with Mike Mason ended, Sue moved to Arizona to help out her brother Chester with his neon shop. That is when J.D. and Sue met, quickly recognizing that they were indeed soulmates. J.D. proposed to her at Black's Beach in San Diego with a ring tied to a sand castle. He was nude at the time and told her he had nothing to hide. They were wed on April 10th, 1994 in an Aladdin-themed wedding that people still talk about. Both being ex-Scout leaders, camping was a frequent event, amazing people how they could work as a team with virtually no talking. There were a lot of adventures, too many for this program. Sierra came into the picture in 1998, unexpectedly becoming a preemie on April 1st. J.D. didn't understand why, when he called people, they thought it was a joke. There were very many more adventures, cruises, vacations, trips, birthday parties every year, and they were all wonderful. Sue was an exceptional talent when it came to food. Cooking and baking were just another way for her to share her love, and other people recognized that with her winning some awards for competition. One year there was a competition for a gingerbread castle or gingerbread cottage at where J.D. works. Unbeknownst to them, Sue was a ringer, having done that for years in scouting, and J.D. easily won. She had a number of special places that she liked, that spoke to her soul. Her favorite was probably her garden. She really loved her garden. Her health started to become a problem, but she got to see Sierra graduate high school and even college. And J.D. was finally able to make good on his promise to get her to Hawaii, just not as a honeymoon. And she loved it. One of her favorites was the banyan tree on Lahana. When it burned and with the fire at Lahana, it touched her hard. But that tree did survive and come back, and that was a point of joy. We knew the cancer would eventually overtake her, She had won so many cancer attacks in the past. We learned to live each day to the best we could, as eventually we would not see the next day. She fought hard for her sister to arrive from Florida for her. She was no longer responsive, but she held out. She finally rested, surrounded by a loving family, on April 10th, 2025. That was our 31st wedding anniversary. She lived a full life, sometimes with pain, but more often with joy. She was always looking forward to more adventures.